In here, everybody. Yeah, get on in here. It's time. It's tea time. I got a cup of tea, but it's too hot to drink. I've had my hair put up all day, and I just haven't. It's hot and muggy, and so I just left it up. But let me take this barat out. There's only a few barats that'll fit my hair. It takes a great old big fat one like this for all my hair, and then this little one for my bangs. Once you cut your bangs, it takes forever. It's been almost 6 months since I cut my bangs, and they're still not grown out. You cut them up to here. My hair grows about an inch a month, but it's taken a while to catch up. So come on in, everybody. Let me get the chat up. We got a few people in here. Wow, I fogged up my glasses. So I've been cleaning out stuff today. I mean, I've been on a roll. I'm telling you, you start your morning out with the right stuff and you are empowered all day long. Hello from Citrus Heights. Is that in Florida or in California? I don't know many other places that grow citrus. Portugal grows citrus. My favorite little podcaster in Portugal is oh, what is the name of that? Project Portugal. And he and his wife, I don't even know their names. I probably do if I thought about it long enough. But they harvested olives the other day. It was so much fun. They have got grapes and oranges and lemons and they're planting more stuff all the time. It's just beautiful to see a productive land. And they live in central Portugal, and they bought this abandoned stone house, and he's quite handy. Uh-oh, Joanne's got loud thunder. I hope we don't get any. California near Sacramento. Yay. The most beautiful smell I have ever taken into my nostrils was in down in San Diego in a little place called Ramona, California. And we drove up into Ramona, California, just to get a picture of the city sign, and we saw an orange grove and a road going through it. And so we drove down it, and the smell just blew me away. Just blew me away. I've heard very loud thunder that happened really fast. And the next thing I know, I hollered down in the basement and I said, "Honey, are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah," because it was instantaneous. It wasn't like a 2 or 3 second lag. He said, "I'm fine. We have fire. Call 911." He didn't expect me to realize to call 911, but he told me exactly what to do. And sometimes we just need to be told what to do. When there's an emergency and you don't um you can't think a lot of times, you just need to be told what to do. That's why we practice having having little fire drills. That's why we had fire drills in school. I mean, when I was in school, we had duck under the desk, duck under the desk fire drills, but they weren't fire drills. They were, um, shall we say, nuclear attack drills. I'm a child of the 50s, and those of us who are boomers understand that happened when we were kids. We had to duck under the desk, and that desk wasn't going to save us. A desk won't save us in a earthquake either, but the door facing might. Somebody's driving up. It's a UPS truck. Anyway, so folks, you just have to You just have to practice what we preach and keep doing what we're doing, and just know that stuff happens. Floods, fires, hurricanes, you name it. It's going to happen. But we got to be ready. Well, we really hadn't talked about much, Dana. We're here. Uh, we ducked under the desk too. Yeah, we've done it. But when we got hit by lightning, and I think that's one of the reasons Robert's been pulling up the fence, because that fence is what brought the lightning to the house. Now, he put in some copper rods to help ground the fence, but he's really enjoyed taking up the fence, just getting rid of it. But lightning hit a tree, which went down into the root system and hit the fence, and it followed the fence to the house, and the fence was about this close to the house underneath the kitchen, and the lightning jumped from the fence post to a nail in the soffit, and it followed the trunk line of our heating and air conditioning, which goes the full length of the basement for the whole house, to the unit itself, and blew out a Freon tube as big as my thumb, and blew a hole out of it as big as my thumb. And the whole basement filled with Freon. At which point, it made a terrible noise. I knew we had been hit by lightning. And Robert said, "We have fire, call 911." And then he took our fire extinguishers and emptied them. We have 2 or 3 in the basement because Robert's always doing something that he shouldn't be doing down there. And he put out the fire. Now, it didn't stop the house from filling up. Now, Michelle was working here then, and Michelle and I got the dogs out of the house. We had 3 dogs. We had Shadow and Ginger and Loki at the time. We had 3 dogs. We didn't have Chief yet. She put all 3 dogs in her Subaru, and I was in charge of getting the cats out of the house. And I have a trick. I have a little plastic bottle that has treats in it, and I shake those treats, and the critters come running. And I got them outside on the back deck and shut the door behind them so that they were outside and they couldn't get back in the house and get burned up. And that reminds me of another story. So we got the cats and the dogs out of the house. I grabbed my computer and my travel computer bag and pulled it out on the porch. Robert had put the fire out. He had just retired, just like 4 months before. He had retired, and he took his camera bag that he had just got for his retirement that I gave him. Took his camera bag and put it in his car. And I'm sitting in my car, and I had to call Michael and say, "Michael, I need your dad's phone number." And the servers had been in our basement up until a month prior. And Michael had just gone on a little trip. He was 24/7 tied to the house. And he had gone to an Apple convention, at which point he started laughing because he thought he had to come home because our servers were down. And they weren't, because he had put them in a co-location center and it was all done. So practice. I knew how to pull, if the servers had been in the basement, Michael had walked me through it. I knew how to pull the hard drives out of the servers and get out of the house. I knew how to do that. I could have gone out a basement door. I could have gone back upstairs. We had a plan in place. And it's plan and play day. But have you ever, in the middle of the night, when your children are asleep, set off the fire alarm to see how they react? They don't hear it sometimes. They don't hear it. And if you've got teenagers and they sleep in different parts of the house, you just got to have a plan. We have a plan in our home. We have a red maple tree at the point of our driveway, not too far from the house. It's 100 yards from the house, and that's our meeting place. That's our meeting place. We only have one dog now. We know where the leashes are. We could we would get the cats and the dogs out of the house, and we only have one cat and one dog. I could carry one, Robert could carry the other, and we could get out of the house. That reminds me, I need to put my car key on my key ring. Justin had borrowed my car and had the key for a couple of weeks, and I just got it back. So y'all have a plan, implement that plan, because you never know when you are going to need to practice, and actions speak louder than words, because if you can get out of your house, don't be stuck in your house. I remember before FlyLady started, there was a big flood down east in North Carolina. Hurricane Floyd hit. And right after FlyLady started, um, we had a lady to contact us, and my sister Dina worked at she worked at Walmart at the time, and she was an assistant manager at a Walmart. And I told everybody about one of our fly babies who had lost everything they had. Their trailer caught on fire. Their cat was still in the trailer. They lost a little kitty, and they were in the Northeast somewhere in New England. And Dina said, "You know, we can we can help them. I'll get the local manager up there, and we can, they can find a place to live, and we'll get them a TV and stuff to help them get started." I don't know if Walmart does that anymore, but people started donating. They sent checks, and we put the money into a Walmart gift card, and got it to them. Well, one lady, I was reminded of this while I was cleaning out the drawer where I keep a lot of glass jars. And glass jars are heavy, y'all. So I'm relocating those. And this one lady was writing a check to send to us for this family that had lost everything. And her husband said, "What are you doing?" And she says, "Well, we've got a fly baby that has had a house fire. I don't know what caused the house fire. I don't have a clue. I don't remember. But they lost a kitty." And she says, "I just want to send them a little something, something." And her husband looked at the check and he said, "Add a zero to that. Add a zero to that." Which was beautiful thought. I don't know how much she sent. I just know she added a zero to whatever it was. And I get this testimony about a month later, and she said, "You've always said this. It'll come back tenfold. It'll come back tenfold." And she said, "We were in Hurricane Floyd, and my husband lost all of his tools, and insurance hasn't paid for them yet." I don't know how long that had been, but insurance had not paid for them yet. And he said, "Put a zero on that check." And I did, and I mailed you the check. And within just a few weeks, we got a check from the insurance company for the full amount of his tools that we never expected to receive. Now, isn't that powerful? Isn't that powerful? So, folks, know that when you give out of the goodness of your heart, you're going to be blessed in return. And there's always somebody that needs something. Always somebody that needs something. So just keep giving and helping people. Do a good deed when you see a need. Always do that. And when you hear that small voice tell you to do something, don't discredit it. Don't say, "Oh, I can't do that right now." Do it right away. Obedience has been one of my words for the new year many times. My word for the new year this year is get ready, because we don't even know what's going to happen, but we got to be ready somehow, some way. So you will be blessed in return. And when you hear that voice, I just look at Robert and I say, "Honey, I need $10. I need $20. I need to buy this person's dinner." I never have a wallet with me. I've got Robert. I do have money stashed in my wallet if I had it with me, but I don't take it with me. And he just hands it to me. He doesn't question it. And I just do it. Just do what I need to do. That's obedience. A couple years ago, my word was surrender. These are powerful words to make part of your life. This year's get ready, and I'm trying to help you get ready for whatever comes our way. We don't know. Justin and I a few years ago read a series of books by a North Carolina author, and he put his novels right center. And the center of the novel was Black Mountain, North Carolina. Black Mountain is where Billy Graham was from, somewhere right in there. And there was a solar flare or something that took out the whole United States. Whole United States. And how they came back from it. So, y'all, sometimes science fiction can be helpful to get you prepared. I know many years ago, Robert had me read Lucifer's Hammer. I know it sounds awful, but it was an asteroid that was coming right at the Earth. There was another one, Canticles for Leibowitz. These are science fiction thrillers, but they prepare you. And when the lockdowns happened, I read 1984. Several members of the class I graduated from, they did the same thing. Some of them didn't finish it. It was just kind of upsetting for them. So y'all, make a plan. Implement that plan. Not just for parties, but to save your life, to save your family. I was watching a little podcaster last night, and he was planting stuff in big pots, just big old pots. I think there were some kind of tubs that you would get a mineral block for animals so that they were safe. But he was planting things in tubs, and he says, "What if you have to to move in the middle of season and you can't dig up those plants, but you can take pots with you if you had to. You can take pots with you if you had to." And I thought, well, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I've got 2 tomatoes planted, 25 strawberries. They probably won't bear this year, but I've already fertilized them. I got 2 tomatoes. I'm gonna put some peppers in. I've got a basil, and I've already found a snail on my basil, which makes me mad. I look at it every day to make sure he's not taking up home there. But I want a tomato sandwich this year. I didn't have one last year, but I want a tomato sandwich on white bread and mayonnaise. I don't know what the dog's barking at. She not be happy. She had a visit. Her boyfriend came to visit. A brown and tan and black dog came to visit at lunch right after I got off the show, and she was the happiest dog to see this male dog, little stinker. Anyway, y'all, when you hear that voice say, "Do this, do that," don't stop. Don't don't talk yourself out of it. Okay, I'll try that. A piece of cheese on the tomato sandwich. Robert can't stand when people mispronounce sandwich. It's got to have the D in it because his middle name is Samuel. So he was called Sam growing up. And when he got to college, he changed it to Robert because it was Robert Samuel. And he just can't stand somebody butchering sandwich. He yells at the TV. He has so much fun. He's created a monster in me because I yell at the TV too. It's kind of fun. Anyway, folks, y'all be good, kind, and sweet. Get ready. That's my word for this year. Get ready. Get ready with me. I'm getting ready. Oh, that sounds. I had a grilled cheese yesterday for lunch. Today I had leftover quesadilla. Robert had two little corners left over from his quesadilla, and I had that for lunch. So y'all be good, kind, and sweet. Be good to yourself by having a plan on how to get out of your house, testing your smoke alarms, doing what you need to do. Be kind to others by letting them know your plans and ask them if they have plans. I watched a cute video last night where a lady had been living in her van for several seasons and she had let family members move into her house to keep the house up and different things, and she turned her master bedroom into her own little apartment. Not that she didn't want to be around her family members, she just liked her privacy. And she had learned to live small in a van, in van life and traveling. But she was back home now, and she had her little living area. She had her little um, bedroom area. She had her little workout area. She had a closet with all her clothes in it. And she had turned her master bathroom where her washer and dryer had been. She turned that into a little kitchenette because it had a vent, and she turned it into a kitchenette. She got a different sink that she could use to wash dishes in. And she had her own little food and stuff. And she said the only thing she wished she had was a tub. And she could get one of those walk-in tubs put in. But she made it work. And she was able to help out family members that needed a place to live. So you never know. If you listen to Pater, when people may need to move back in, you just never know. Anyway, folks, y'all be good, kind, and sweet. I will see you later. Tomorrow is Anti-Procrastination Day. Y'all, I just sent out a video that Justin did with a lot of pictures of the new rags. And those of you who have already ordered these, I can't wait to see your testimonies. Please send me your testimonies as soon as you can. Please do, because we don't have a testimonial for these except for Justin, and he has used one of these since Christmas, and that's why he loved it so much. He wanted to he wanted to share it with all of you. So y'all be good, kind, and sweet. I'll be back on here tomorrow morning. Get your calendars ordered. We only have a few bags of tea left, so get that ordered. Get your Chaos Clean book so you can get started. And maybe you can help somebody that needs a little extra help because they've just gone through having a baby and they just don't have any get up and go. Our habit this month is moving, and I forgot to move today, but I've been outside in the garden and messing around. So, folks, I will catch you tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you so much. Give when you can. Help somebody else when you can, and you'll be glad you did. Love you all. Bye.